Hi everyone, today we are going to study how to create such kind of interactive tests or quiz on the GISCARTA platform. So we will start with the example of one of it, and here we have an interactive map, a layer in it, and in the left top corner we have the widget of the quizzes. We have the name of the quiz, we have its description and the number of questions. And in the right top corner, we have the related links for the final user. So if we are ready, we can start quiz. The first question asks us to find the state with the Austin. Here it is. Let's click next. And the second question is not map related. We have an image. We can click on it. We can zoom it. And let's choose the state with the Grand Canyon and click submit. So right now we can go to the results. Let's click it and we got into the top 5 and we can type our name here and click save. So let's study how to create such kind of quiz. Let's go to our platform. And in the left sidebar, we have My Quizzes option. And here we see all our quizzes. To create a new quiz, we need to click here in the top right corner. And as we can see, we have two options of creating a new test. First of all, we can create an empty test. Let's click it. And we go to the builder of the quiz. So we have now layers here, so we can add it. And after that, we can create a quiz with its questions and so on and so on. And let's see the second option. We can create a quiz from the existing project. So for example, let's go to our projects. And we have one project here, you say states. We can click on it. And here is our project. So with several widgets, base maps, and so on. And from it, we can create a quiz. So let's go to My Quizzes and let's click Copy from Project. Let's choose our project and click Create. So we see a new quiz here. We can edit it. And as you can see, we have the same project here, the same number of layers, the same stylization, parameters, initial extent, and so on. And clicking on the quiz widget, we can have the right sidebar for creating a new one. So in the model window, we have the general information of our quiz. For example, let's change its name and add the description. Then we can add some references here, so the related links. Clicking add button, we have the builder of the link. For example, let's add a link to the Grand Canyon and its LS, and add the second one to the Dallas, for example. So if we are ready with the general information of the test, we can start creating questions. So let's click here or here, and we have a window for creating a question. If we want to change something in the general information, we can click here on the pencil and change something or edit something. So let's go to the question. First of all, we have two types of questions: not map related or map related. So not map related question means that the final user does not need to click on a map to choose some features of different layers. And the map related question means that the final user has to click on some layer on a map to choose the right answer. So let's start with the map related question. Of course, we have to type the question text. Then we can choose some layers from the map, from the project, that we want to show during this question. So we can have lots of layers in this quiz. It could be vector, raster, or external layers. So right now we have only one layer in this project, so we will choose USA states. And then we have to choose the layer from which the user will choose the right answer. So, of course, this layer, and let's choose the attribute from which we will get the unique values, and by this unique value the system will compare the answer of a user with the right answer. So we have the attribute name, and let's add the answer. We can have several answers, so multiple right answers, but this question will have only one right answer. And let's choose THAS. We can type some else, but this is the same right now. And also in the question we can upload photo, but in this question we would not do it. So we have the first question. Let's create the second one, not map related question. Let's click a new question here. Let's choose not map related, and let's type the text of the question. So where is Grand Canyon? Let's choose the empty list of layers to show in this question, and let's upload the image. Here it is. And let's add the list of the answers. So first of all, we will type Arizona. After creating answer, we have to choose the right one. So just clicking here, or we can choose several right answers. But for this question, we will use only one. And let's click Save. So we have our test with the 2 questions. Don't forget to save your quiz after you make some changes. What also we can set here? For example, we can set some parameters, initial extent, we can limit the extent, we can change logo, title, the link under the logo. Also, we can change the base map, so we can select one of them. And also we can add some information about this test, typing the text here. And after that, you can publish your quiz. So you can click here to the publish button, then turn on the public access, and you will get a link of your test, of your quiz. You can copy it, you can get the QR code, you can have the code for embedding this quiz on your website, for example. So let's copy the link and go to the quiz. And here it is. Let's go to the quiz. Here we see the related links. You can open each of it in the new tab. And let's start quiz. Where is Dallas? For example, let's choose the incorrect answer. For example, here. And we see that our answer is red and the green one is the right answer. So let's click next. And as we can see, because we've got the empty list of layers in this question, let's see it. So in the second question, we have the empty layers list, and that's why our layer with the states was disappeared. And let's choose the answer. And we got the first place, and we can type any name we want here and click Save. And we want to mention that any user, if he got into the top 5, can type and save his name here. Not only the users of the GISCARTA platform, but everyone with this link of this quiz. So any user, and he has not to register on our platform, so you can share this link with everyone for just entertainment and so on. So this is the information about creating such kind of interactive tests or quizzes on the GISCARTA platform. Just try it and create your first quiz and share the link with the geographers and not geographers or your friends. Have a good day.